Wait lang. Yan, happy Saturday sa inyo guys. And wait, let me share the stream. Uy, yan, shoutout sa'yo, Alvin Lasso and Fafa Kaloy. Wait lang guys ha. With GreedFall. Wait lang po. Share lang natin para dumami tayo. Yan, shoutout. Ayun, buti umabot din kay Papa. Shoutout sa'yo, Papa JF. Yan, ang aking first 3 Papa ngayon. Papa Alvin, Papa Kaloy, and Papa JF. So, today, we're going to play GreedFall. Actually, nasimulan ko na siya, pero hindi ko pa, sinubukan ko lang yung, tinignan ko lang kung anong itsura ng game. And mukha naman siyang okay. And nanood ako ng hindi naman ako nagpa-spoil, pero nanood lang ako ng mga yung mga trailer niya nung nilabas tong game na to. And sad to say, Papa JF, dapat ang gagamitin nating character ay babae. Pero parang hindi ko gustong gamitin ngayon ng babae, parang gusto kong gamitin ngayon lalaki. Kasi parang nakita ko magkakaroon siya ng ng romance with the princess. Yun yung maganda. Womanizer nga, 'di ba? Babae talaga. Kaya lang pag nagbabae ako, paano ko maliligawan yung prinsesang makikilala ko? Ano yun, tomboy? Oo, 'di ba? May romansa pala. Hindi, nakita ko lang kasi dun sa na pinanood ko yung yung trailer. Parang may makakasama siyang may makakasama siyang prinsesa na tutulungan niya. And then parang magkaka-inlaban sila. So kailangan lalaki. Sayang naman, malay mo. Lalaki, lalaki. Ito mo, lalaki na ngayon. Pero syempre, bago ang lahat, bigyan ko muna kayo ng isang matinding kiss galing kay Papa. Ito pa. Grabe init. Ang init. Sobra. Diyan ba sa inyo mainit din? Cheer up, cheer up. Wait nga, puta, banas talaga, grabe. Wait lang ah. Ah, yan. Nakakaya, puta, hindi ako nakapagsuot ng bra, bakat yata. Bakat yata, hindi ako nakapagsuot ng bra. Grabe. Yan, game. Wala nang patumpik-tumpik pa to. Let's start. Dile yo alergial, mile pe my. Ay, bakat. Ay, puta, bakat. Kakahiya, bakat. Hindi ako nakapagsuot ng bra. Game. Brightness settings. Okay na yan. Wala naman akong ano dyan. New game. So, hindi naman ako kasing lupit ni Papa eh. Papa JF eh. Gustuin ko man, hindi ko talaga kaya. Nayayamot ako pagka normal lang tayo guys, normal. Magchi-chill gaming lang tayo. And bala ko din kasing bala kong kunin din yung mga side quest. Wait. Pero gusto ko din talaga sanang mga mag-extreme hard mode. Kaya lang, hindi pa siguro ngayon ang panahon.
Yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There. Now, hold the pose.
Okay ba yung audio? Yan. So, dahil long hair ako, mahaba ang buhok ko ngayon. So, magki-clean cut tayo. Parang okay yung clean cut eh. Ginamit ko nung sinubukan ko yung i-try tong game na to is nag-long hair ako pero parang maduming tingnan. Dito na tayo sa clean cut. Pero syempre, hindi mawawala dapat ang balbas natin. Yan, balbas. Okay na tong ganitong balbas. Eyebrow. Palit pa ba ako nito? Wala namang kaso sa akin kahit anong itsura niyan. Skin color. Mr. Suave. So, dito tayo sa medyo dark naman ako, so dark na rin yan. Okay, nginang yan. Hair color. Ito yung gusto kong i-achieve eh. Yan. Kaya lang, mukha naman siya magiging lolo na. Dito na lang kaya tayo sa medyo brown. Dark brown. Okay na ako dyan. Para kahit pa paano is ano. Okay na yan. And yun guys, yun nga, chinek ko tong game na to is, ito ay ni-release pala ng Spider noong 2019, and then naging free siya sa PS Plus. Hindi ko lang alam kung anong month, pero last year. Ito lang, bago lang yan. Yan, shoutout Joseph Danyas. Pakis daw si Joseph Danyas. So ayan, pakis daw. Yan pa. Yan pa. So, technical, warrior, and magic. Ano kaya maganda? Ginamit ko nung last is magic. Nagano siya, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Kaya lang, yun maganda sana long range. Kaya lang, parang feel ko kasi din talaga mag-espada. Ano ba? Espada ako guys. Espada tayo, lalaki tayo. Dapat yung mga espada natin, laging handa yan. Dapat laging laging nakatutok ang mga espada. Espada. Ano to? Yung ano to pala. Yung mga strength level, agility level, mental power level. Dapat lagi talaga naka-ready bunutin, pre. Increases the power of all melee attacks. Attributes required to may guhit na kasi TV ko. Wield the best one-handed, two-handed blunt weapon. Increases fury generation and all damage inflicted in melee combat. So pang atake pala tong parehas dalawa. Increases the power of all spells. Okay hindi baka sa mga lang to. Sa mga lang yata to, sa mga may mga yung mga sorcerer o yung mga magic. Pero bakit meron pa rin siya? Baka pwede pa rin siyang gumamit ng ilan. Endurance level increases maximum life and balance. Attribute required to wear the heaviest armors. Okay, para naman sa health. Increases the power of all firearms and alchemical preparations. Buset. Willpower level increases the maximum MP and spell duration. Attribute required to wear the best amulets and necklaces. So meron pala mga ganong gamit. Hindi ko to binasa guys nung sinubukan ko. Tinry ko lang naman. So tingin ko dito muna ako sa ano ba maganda? Agility, strength. Tingin ko dahil parang tingin ko parang tank to. Dito na lang muna tayo sa strength. Ano kaya? Sige, dito na. Next. Charisma. Ba may ganun pala? Slightly reduces the merchant's prices and slightly improves your companion's combat abilities. Slightly increases the chance of success of some dialogues choices. Okay. Vigor level 1 lets you pass through the certain difficult passage that requires balance. Increases the maximum ammo capacity and lets you slightly recover HP and magic outside combat. Okay. Pero para ito yung nabasa ko to ito yung parang gusto kong mas magandang dapat Pero maganda rin tong craftsman Ano ba yan? Allows you to craft basic weapon. Ito tayo. Gathering sites become easier to see. Lock picking lets you pick simple locks, enemy traps, and easier to see. Science level allows you to make simple potion, allows you to destroy weak walls with the help of explosive files. Putik na yan. Dito ako, bigger level. Lets you pass through certain difficulties. Kasi meron nung sinubukan ko nga to, meron akong parang hindi mapuntahan kasi kailangan daw nito. Mga pagka yung mga balanse-balanse. So, tingin ko kailangan ko to. For now. Do you want to create this character? Okay. Okay guys, let's
Just
start.
a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished.
Parang ang dating niya is mga
Have you
mid,
any
ano,
more need of me, Master?
parang mga
You haven't
7th
forgotten
century.
that we're setting
No,
sail
guys.
today, have you?
Of course
Kasi mga ano
not.
pa siya eh, barko-barko eh. Tapos yung mga
Your
damit nila.
cousin is nowhere to be found. I've
Kasi-
searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track
Yo,
him
shout
down.
out
Make care to your
Porcelain.
own preparations without wrinkling
Oh,
another frown.
yeah.
We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting
Good morning.
him.
Good morning sa
He
inyo
should
guys.
go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name.
Okay, no. 16th century reference, bro. Okay. So, ano,
I beg
sobra
your
ako ng
pardon,
isa.
but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Okay, let's start. So, the compass visible to the at the top, the important place and main quest, side quest. Okay. So, yung main quest yung may tusok-tusok, side quest is yung round. Round and round. So, pupunta daw tayo doon. Ayun nga pala guys, at saka maganda dito. Puta, nahihilo ko. Ano ba yan? Saglit nga. Okay, nga, nahihilo ko. Control options. Sensitivity. Hindi ako sanay na malikot eh. Kaya nga hindi ako makapag hard mode. Kailangan dun malikot ka. Ayun.
Hey! Green blood!
Cut.
Yun ang maganda dito guys, yung ano niya, yung sprint niya is ano, hindi sa tawag nito,
Accompanied
analog.
by their most loyal
Nasa ano
and
siya?
tenacious master of
Buttons.
arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping
Hi.
you dainties alive.
Yes,
Kurt,
mate.
I'm not in need of your
Yeah,
protection.
Mike.
I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so?
No longer child, you know.
Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Oh. Oh. Putik. Ba't parang alikot? Diba? Defend yourself against 3 attacks. Oh, 1. To hurt that you can fight. Lugin, laki naman ang espada niya. Aroy! Puting inang yun. Tactical pose. Ay, ito pala yung tactical. And then, okay, yung nga pala yung potion daw. Tapos, kailangan to ibabind natin. So, bind na natin dito. Okay. espada, lugi. Walang hiya. Nananadyak Pergan mo. Tingnan mo, lugi naman sa espada mo. Natalo.
What a green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
Lugi
It's
sa
becoming a
espada,
little
wala
hard
nga
to
espada
believe.
ni
Don't
Kirk
add
Laki.
insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Okay, fight with honor. Firearms are deal for interrupting or destabilizing an enemy. Each shot consume 1 ammunition. Open tactical pose. Okay. Ito, firearms. Ibabind natin ulit. Dito. Okay. Panggabi, mamamaril tayo. Dalawa. Okay. Tapos, the physical armor level is shown with shields on the health bar. Okay. So, change equipped weapon. R1. Ayun, okay. Aroy! Ba't ganun hindi nababawas? Okay, yung armor palang binabawas niya. Putik. Putik na mo. Tingnan yung lahat. Ang nagwin. Fury is a state that allows you to use special attacks that inflicts bonus damage and make enemies lose their balance. Okay. Press L2 to use Fury attack. Okay. Hoy, teka lang. Tingnan mo. Yung pala yun. Ayun na yun.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed.
Yo,
Remember
shoutout
that you
sa'yo,
can
Papa
always
Lone
train in our
Wolf.
barracks on the island
Ito,
if you're
para
feeling
sa'yo.
rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by.
Show him how happy you are that he's coming along. Complain about being shadowed by a bodyguard. Pinili ko dito show him happy. Tignan naman natin tong complaint being shadowed by a bodyguard. Mga asar lang tayo.
I have to admit, I thought my days as a child, complete with bodyguard, were behind me.
I do like being wanted. It would seem that the prince didn't feel you were apt to take care of yourselves alone. And so it goes. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration.
Bakit talaga yung dede ko?
The
Sorry
thought
guys,
of bidding
kaya
my
hindi ako
mother
nakapagbra.
farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in
May
front of
mga
the
decisions
palace.
dyan na
Then we'll go and find
makaka-apekto sa game
Constantine
story
together.
mismo. So,
Very well. I'll meet you as
alam
soon as
na.
I've said my goodbyes.
Okay. So, talagang, kailangan din pala yung mga, yung mga ganon-ganon. Thank you for that, Porcelain. Si Brother Christian. And yun guys, salamat pala sa mga nanood kahapon nung
What is this?
nung upload ko ng
Have you not
ating
been taught
race.
to knock? I've asked
Pero yung race
1,000
kasi noon
times.
ay sa
It's
nung
you.
Friday talaga yun.
My dear
Sa
child.
Thursday. Hindi ko lang siya na
Sorry.
live.
I'm having trouble
Pero
getting used to
I'm
your
very
condition.
thankful na nanalo tayo dun kahit
Come now. Let's speak of more pleasant
nakakuha naman
things.
tayo ng pole position.
I'm
That's
so
very nice.
very happy to hear your voice.
Mahina mic ko, Papa.
You
Sige, laksan
remind me
natin.
so
Yan,
much
okay
of
na
your
ba,
father.
Papa?
I do miss him so.
Yan. Thank you for
Today's the big
that,
day,
Papa
isn't it?
JF. How's my
Ready
mic
to
right
set sail
now?
for that
Is it good?
island everyone's talking about.
Is it good, mate?
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child.
Thank you, Papa.
Alas, there is nothing you can do by
Thank you,
staying
mate.
that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know,
Konti lakas
but
pa.
it brings me comfort
Yan.
to know my
Lakas na
son
niyan,
is
Papa.
left on a mission to heal his people. Come now.
Mike Hanopol.
It's time for you to
Buset.
take leave. Here, take this with
Mike
you.
Hanopol ang puta.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that
Grabe, may sakit kasi yung mother niya. Tingnan mo itsura, oh.
may bring you good luck.
Ano yung skin cancer? Ba't ganun itsura?
All my blessings go with you, my child. Now,
Ay, ganun. Bulag pala yan. Ang alam ko kasi yung nung inumpisahan ko nga to, parang ang ano niya, mission niya is makahanap ng cure dun sa sakit na kumakalat sa kanila. Saan tayo? Dun daw tayo.
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're
epidemic.
embarking on.
May
I hope
COVID,
this
may
island
COVID
will
sila,
keep its
guys.
promises.
In order to know
Kailangan
that,
natin
we'll need to
makahanap
find
ngayon ng
Constantine
vaccine para
first.
sa COVID
You're
nila.
right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues
Oh, COVID,
me.
19th century.
But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a
Hindi,
little help.
20th century
Of
na ang
course.
COVID.
Where is the supply?
Ay, hindi, oo nga,
In the
nagsimula
lower
pala yun sa
boroughs,
ano pala,
near the port.
yung SARS pala,
Right.
isa ano pala na din ang
We'll put it on
COVID
our
yun.
list of visits.
Add to the team. Okay. Confirm the team and quit. Okay. Press RT to follow.
Where would you like to
Negotiate with the
I've been asked to
vendor.
pay visits to the ambassadors of
Meet the cart
Thélème
in
and the
front of
Bridge Alliance
the-
before our departure. Their
Ang
dwellings
dami
are
naman
not far
nalabas.
from
Ano ba
here.
yan?
We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Speak to noble. Sige nga.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Okay. Di wag. Wait. Saan tayo? Go and say goodbye to your mother. Meet Kurt in the front of the palace. Notify the Bridge Alliance ambassador about your departure. And then may side quest din tayo. Negotiate with the vendor. Coin guard. Merchandise. Negotiate with the vendor. Sige guys, total naman naka ano lang ako, normal mode, chill gaming lang tayo. Kunin din natin yung mga side quest natin. Bago tayo mag main mission. Isa-isa lang naman eh. Mukha lang naman siyang mabilis. Saan yun? 120 meters. Saan? Layo. Sige lang, Papa Jeff. Punta ka sa compass symbol. Ito. Ayun, okay. Mayroon pala nito. Ba't ang daming question mark? What is that question mark? Ibig sabihin, mga pupuntahan yan? Negotiate with the vendor. Okay, doon tayo, doon tayo. Oh, ano to? What's this? Ah, mga box, okay. Kunin natin yan. I-loot natin yan, mga box na yan. Oh, parang may nakita pa ako doon. Ay, puta ka. Puta ka. Puta ka. Aray! Aray! Putang ina nito. Tanga. Salbahe. Ina mo. Sige, putaka mo. Malaki espada mo eh. Espada ko maliit lang. Pag pininam ka. Ano yun? Flint Black Rifle. Acquire. Abandon. Take everything. Take everything. Kunin na lahat yan. Oh, take everything. Tapos, saan tayo? Dito, dito, dito. Dito ba? Tama ba? Dito. Tapos, meron dito. Oh, may box. Yung mga pupuntahan yan. Puro main mission lang ako dyan, bro. Yung nilalaro ko dyan. Ah, okay. So, since ako naman chill gaming lang ako, kunin ko na rin yung mga side quest. Nga pala, may limit din ang inventory niyan. So, pag bumigat inventory mo, di na makakatakbo yan. Ay, ganon! Mayroon pala nun. Sige, sige, sige. Noted yan. Noted yan, Porcelain. Saan ako? Dito. Saan? Dito, dito. Ah, puta, paikot lang to eh. May ako na-check kung ano-ano yung mga kinuha na yun. Pero sa ngayon, saan ba ako dadaan? Ay putik, sa kabila pala. Sorry. Sa Tuesday, ending game ko niyan sa Twitch. Ah, okay. Sige, sige. Ipanonood din natin yan. Ay, wag pala. Pasensya na. Baka ma-spoil ako.
The merchant is there.
Saan? Ayun, the merchant is there daw. Saan? Ay, lampas puta. Puta ka. Dito daw, dito, dito. Ah, okay, ito. Okay.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Ask for more instruction. Ask about the other merchants. As per
Your
my
master has
instruction.
apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendants seemed to be
Oo nga.
hiding something when he passed the
Di ko
order.
na muna,
And so he
di na
must have
muna ako
thought the
makakano
guard
doon.
would
Pero
end up paying in the
pag
end, whatever
makita ko,
he
mag-ano
asked
din
for.
ako doon.
I'll be
Kahit
damned.
makapag-like
And
man
I'm
lang.
the one they've sent to
Pero
settle
di ko
the
na
affair.
panoodin, pre.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
As for more instruction, but ay bumalik lang. Ask about the other merchants. Hindi ask about the other merchants naman.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my
It's
master.
my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Intuition, offer a bribe. Ah, wala. Wag tayo dyan. Bribe. Threaten him. Bakit naman? Tatakutin natin. Or charisma. Threaten a prison sentence. Ay, ganun din. 50%. Yo, good morning, Daddy. Ito para sa'yo, Daddy OB. Yan. Ito pa. Nagustuhan mo ba ang case ni Papa? Ano kayang pipiliin? Charisma, threaten a prison sentence. Intuition, offer a bribe. Ba't nakapula? Wala pala akong pera, ibig sabihin. Threaten him. Tatakutin. Ito na lang tayo, charisma. Gamitin natin ang charisma natin, baka sakali.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice.
Ay, okay pa. So, hindi ko pala gagamitin yan. Pagka magbabribe ka, bababa ang reputation. May mga ganun pala dito.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
I beg your pardon, sir, but you are not my master. Moreover,
Charisma
the
talent
attendant
check
at the
failed.
guard
Naku,
was
ba't
quite
ganun?
specific, saying this affair should be handled with extreme discretion. So I seriously doubt that you'll be wanting to drag us in front of a judge. That would stir up the muck.
Whatever is he talking about, Kurt?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, okay. Kaya pala yung game na nakadepende din sa choices na pipiliin mo. Ah, wait. So, dapat pala you have to be careful on choosing the decisions that you are making. Kung failed, ibig sabihin, mababa level ng charisma mo. Ah, okay. Nakalagay doon 50%. So, 50-50 lang pala yung chance nun. Dapat pala tumaas din yun. Oh, so di balik na tayo dito. Threaten him. Basta ayoko ng offer ng bribe.
This is preposterous. Your master is a thief. I have no patience for bandits and robbers. Either you give us back what's ours, or we'll take it.
Your idea
Yo,
of
thank you, Daddy
diplomacy
Ovi.
isn't all that different from my own.
Thank you.
To the devil with ya.
Since you leave us no choice.
The merchant's clerk isn't hearing your arguments.
Recover the
only thing
guard's
left is a show
merchandise.
of strength.
Ay, ano
Sorry,
yung
Greenfall.
bet may X? Di
If
ko
I'd have
nakita.
known, I wouldn't have gotten you mixed up in this.
Saan tayo ngayon? Recover the guard's merchandise. 7 meters. Saan? Teka, saan yan? Ah, dito lang, sa likod. Tama ba? Sa likod? Ah, dun. Dito. Dito ba? Dito ba? Oh, dito ba? Dito ga? San? Ayun, dito. Dito daw. Open. Uy, awit. Kalaban pala. Uy, puking ina mo. Uy, puking ina ka. Uy, puking ina mo. May mamaril. Ay, puta, may baril din pala ako. May baril din ako, kala mo. May baril din ako. Puking ina ka. Puking ina mo. Tinadyakan ako, gago. Aray!
Stop! I beg of you.
He seems to have grown wiser all of a sudden.
Yes. Don't hit me anymore.
Pwede
Very
mo
well.
ma-check
I'm
yung
counting on you to deliver
X
this
mark nun
merchandise
sa
as quickly
quest
as possible.
table. Okay.
Yes, good sir.
Sige, tignan ko nga.
I'll take care of it immediately.
Ba't ganun reputation, ano? Putik na, man. Ang ano pala nito? Masalimuot din pala. Okay. Ito pala yon. Negotiate with the vendor. X na siya. So, kasi ibig sabihin, hindi ko siya nagawa. Ano? Pero, ano naman yun, no? Ibig sabihin niya, pagka mga ganyan, hindi na siya mababalikan. Tama ba ako? Okay. Sige. So, doon na tayo. Compass. Ito naman. Ang daan natin ay diretso dito. So, diretso tayo dito. Ay, sala. Dito. Tapos dito. Buti na lang talaga merong mapa dito kasi pag walang mapa, nako, wala akong sense of direction. Sense of direction. Saan? Ayun. Speak to quartermaster.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to
Di
make
na
your
mababalikan.
acquaintance.
Okay, di na mababalikan
Is that
pala
so, sir?
talaga.
Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news.
Shout out sa 4
I'm
million
afraid,
viewers.
though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest
Happy
merchant.
gaming, bro.
Are you blatantly asking us
Sabi
to
ko sa'yo,
smuggle this
magagandahan ka
merchandise and
sa
contraband?
story niya
I would never ask you
as
to
you
do
go
such a thing,
deeper
Your
to the main
Excellency.
story. Oo nga, men.
But you don't mind asking that of
And
Kurt?
parang may nakita ako, men, napanood ko sa,
If he
dun sa
finds
tawag
an
nito,
alternative
trailer niya. Kasi
solution
pinanood ko
that
yung
is
trailer
less,
Dun ko na lang pinanood yung trailer. Para
that would be
malaman ko.
fine.
Parang may
The
mga
method matters not.
makakalaban
But
din na parang
This
mga
cargo must reach
halimaw.
the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Mga halimaw, mga laman
Well then,
lupa.
I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Find a way to move the cargo to Tier 3D. Saan tayo? Saan naman tayo ngayon? Balik tayo dito. Saan ang daan? Dito ba? Dito ga. Oh, dito ga. Dito ga. Oh, dito ga. Oy, what's that? Kunin natin. May laman yan. Loot. Ay, hindi ko nakita. Ano yan? Speak to passerby.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Ay, ganun lang sasabihin mo. Wag na, okay na lang. What's this? May ano yan. Baka ano yan. Puntahan muna natin tong mga itaw. Saan ga? Putik na yan. Saan ba ako pupunta? Zone controlled by other factions. This zone is under the control of another faction than yours. Certain places are forbidden for you. Patay, paano yun? A costume torso of the faction will allow you to trick the guards. You can also try a stealth approach. But if a guard spots you, it will result in a violent response and damage your reputation with this faction. Putik, paano gagawin ko? Pwedeng magpalit ng damit. Oo, nakita ko to dito. Pero paano? May damit bang iba? Wala namang ibang damit. Paano ko magpapalit nito? Wala mang ibang damit. Oh. Okay nang inang yan. Bahala kayo dyan. Ba, isang gaare. Putik na yan. Ayun pala po. Putik na, nasa baba pala. Op. Kunin natin. Nasa baba pala ang putara, guys.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
Uy, tinawag ka, pre. That porcelain down. That porcelain.
There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
Yun. Siya pala si
I'm
Captain
Desardet,
Vasco.
the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship.
It's a ship, not a boat. Siya nga naman. Ikaw naman tatawaging boat.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin
Discover
boy
where
is
to
missing.
find
But have no
Constantine.
fear, we will leave without him if he does
Ayun na,
not
nandito
present
pala si
himself before
Constantine.
the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Okay. Ang dami namang ano nito. About the cabin boy. Where did you see him for the last time? Okay.
When did you
dito
see
natin.
your cabin boy for the last time?
Usapin na
It's been
natin
2
at
days
makipagkwentuhan
since
na
I've
tayo
had any news at all.
makipagkwentuhan sa
It
kanila.
wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Ano daw? Yun ay sinabi niya. Acquaintances in Serene.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Oh, nadagdagan. Where did you see for the last time? Who are his close friends?
This Jonas. Does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Ask about Constantine's absence. Ask for help on the merchandise.
You
Ang
haven't heard
dami
anything
palang
about my
usap nito.
cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were
Chismisan
hoping
pala
to
to.
find him here.
Did you say he was
Kailangan pala
intending on
talaga iintindihin mo
celebrating?
istorya nito sa
My
dami.
men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Ask for help on the merchandise.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm Orles.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my
I'll find a way to
quartermaster
move
is
the
a
cargo. Okay.
half-crazed bridge troll.
Na-check na siya.
He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse and noted on the manifest will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
Ask about the knots. Tier 4D. The Port of Serene. Ang dami.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of
Buti hindi nakukulitan si
It is a
Kapitan.
magnificent place.
Ang daming tanong ni anong pangalan nito? Si Desarday.
The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly
Buti hindi
people,
sinasabi you damn
Will appear
fool.
to you
You have too many
strangely
questions.
familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
The Port of Serene.
What do you
Sige,
think of
butay
our
question.
port?
Tanong na
You're
lahat
referring to
yan.
this one. It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Ayun na, natanong ko na lahat. So, saan na tayo? Leave.
Be back soon, Captain.
Be back soon, Captain. Dito naman daw tayo, dito naman. Saan tayo? Compass. Ayun. Dun. Dito. Ayan.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Putik. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.
To my help! And death to the others!
Kawawa, pinagtulungan. Ay, puta, meron pa. Ang gulat ko, putang ina. Aray! Kawawa naman. Ba't ganon? Hindi lockpicking level 1. Your lockpicking still not high enough to pick this lock. Okay, okay lang. Kaya pala kailangan talaga mag-ano nito. Saan tayo? Oh, dito daw. Ganon. Oh, dito. Wala man. Ganun, wala. Oh. Oh, wala. Ibig sabihin nandito na ako. With the ships long in the harbor master office. 5 meters. Wala na. Ganun. Doon daw eh. Oh, ang layo. Ay putik, may hagdan pala. Baka sa taas. Bobo? Nyek, hindi din mabuksan. Awits. Oh. Ayun, may baul. Sailor's coat. Parang maganda tong ano mo eh. Ay, mas mataas yung isa. Ito. Ay, hindi. Mas mataas yun. Hindi itong gamitin ko. Awit. O, diba? Mataas na siya. Ikaw, yan na lang muna gamitin mo. Backup ka lang eh. Pang backup ka lang. So, yan muna gamitin mo. Ako na muna gagamit ng damit mo. Ayun, ito pala eh. Sabi
Here's
na
the
eh.
ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Use. Oh, ha? Oh, susi. Pick up. Daw? Hindi ko nabasa, putik. Oh, may baul pa ulit. Ooh. Kunin na lahat yan. Mamaya na natin i-check. Oh, ha? Diba? Teka, may ball pa dito eh. Wait. Priest's robe. Ring of the priest. Okay. Ano kaya yun? May ako natignan yun.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Ano daw? Hindi ko na-gets. Prepare a drink with sleeping pills. Paano yun? Clear out the warehouse guards.
Halt! The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Ay, ganun. Insist. What is insist?
Can't you make an exception?
No. Sorry, sir. Move along, please. Now.
Very well. I'm going.
Eh di aalis. Pukininam ka. May sinabi siya kanina. Tingnan nga natin. Ay putik. Priest robe. Ayan, priest. Kailangan daw magpalit ng damit eh. Para makapasok tayo eh. Tingnan nga natin.
Orders haven't changed, you know.
Ay, ganun,
No
hindi rin
one
pwede.
passes.
Hindi wag.
Very well. I'm going.
Ano ba yung faction nila? Fucking shit. Old embroidered doble. Tingnan natin naman to.
Orders haven't changed, you know.
Eh di wag, napakasuplado
Very well.
mo, ayaw magpapasok ng puta. Alam ko na nga. Traveling suit. Ah, hindi, alam ko na. Ikaw, ito yung suit mo. Ako naman ang magsuot naman ng sailor. Okay nga.
Hello? What can I do for
huh?
you?
We're the relay.
Yeah.
You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear.
Nice,
we
nice,
should
nice.
notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Ano na ngayon gagawin natin? Ang layo, ba't gayon? Prepare a drink with sleeping pills. Saan tayo? Saan? Ang inan layo. Pukininam ka. Teka. Balik ko muna yung damit na mas malakas yun eh. Malakas to eh, oh. Diba? Armor 78. Ito tayo. Yan. Nood-nood lang kayo dyan, guys. Op, dito. Anong gagawin? Use the crafting table. This machine allows you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Science allows you to create potion and traps. You need the knowledge to be able to use the crafting table to obtain it. Spend points in the desired talents. Use the certain pieces of equipment to or companions that can give you a bonus. Each talent points will unlock a recipe. Okay. You will also need need ingredients which you can buy to or find while exploring. Okay. So ang gagawin ko daw is gagawa ng potion. Paano gumawa ng potion? Putik, hindi ko alam. Awit. Ay, wala. Ba't ganun? Paano yung? Ay, kailangan kong gumawa ng prepare a drink laced with sleeping pills. Inform the porter. Puking ina. Kininam. Paano ka? Mix of magic again. Prepare his potion. Sure. Oh, let's put it. Wala man. Bakit ganyan? Putik. Teka. Palit tayo ng damit na makakapag elemental, lockpicking, awits, walay. Putik na yan. Paano ko hindi makagawa yun? Prepare a drink laced with sleeping pills. Eh, hindi naman ako makapag-create. Teka nga guys, wait lang ah. Putik na yan. Wait lang, mamaya na nga tayo dyan. Isipin ko muna kung paano yun. Dito muna tayo. Disappearance of among the notes. Anong pa-notes? Investigate the disappearance of the novice. Okay, dun muna tayo guys. Wait lang. Hindi ako makapag-craft ng potion ng Saan tayo? Compass. Putik, ang layo. Hindi dyan, hindi dyan. Nahihilo ko ah. Up, may box. Kunat niyan. Nice, 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 nice. Uy, sarado. Putik, saan bandaan mo? Ayun eh, bakit gayon? Hindi ako makadaan. Ah, ayun, putik na yan. Ayun, ito pala, putar guys.
Good day.
Good
Someone
day.
told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes.
Boses babae,
Your
ba't
captain
ganun?
asked me
Pero
to go and
kalbo.
find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance
Ah, baka babae
seriously.
talaga siya.
What can I do for you?
As about the cabin boy. Puta, ang dami. As when the last time she saw him.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
As about his habitual comings and goings.
What does Jonas do in his free time? When you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Ang ina mo naman ako nakuhang ano sa'yo ah. As about his friends.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
As if he had enemies.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
As about Captain Vasco.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Putik na yan. Anong nat?
I need to be going. Farewell.
Ano naman ako ngayon pupunta? Ah, may bago. Okay. May isa pa pala. Ayun. Puntahan natin siya.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Wait. As about the cabin boy.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him.
Ba't ganun
They
puro
just
sila
up and took
may
him like
tattoo sa
that.
mukha?
Grabbed his arms and poof, gone, vanished.
Wala silang bigote, nagawa silang sariling bigote nila.
I tried to, believe me, but my legs betrayed me.
Oh, tinan mo, wala siya
Wavering
bigote,
they were.
nagpatattoo ng bigote.
My feet to the top.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what
Tsaka
weight
ba't
my
ganun parang
words
di sila
carry.
naliligo? Ba't ang
Even
dudumi ng
Flavia
damit
treated
nila?
me like a drunken fool. And the captain, no,
Grabe naman mga damit
not telling
yan.
him that.
Di
I
ba
still
uso
have some
maglaba?
pride left. You get me?
Ask about the cabin boy's state of mind.
Did Jonas seem troubled to
pala nito.
you the night he
Ba't
disappeared?
pala alamin mo talaga
Maybe.
lahat yun?
For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
No idea. Ask about the kidnappers.
Why would
Sa
anyone
kinidnap
want to
pala.
snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern.
Outside.
But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Putik.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Okay, leave.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Pinag-usapan.
Strange story this is.
Something isn't right here. I
Saan
can
naman
feel
tayo?
it. We need to lift the veil on this.
O, dun naman. Balik na naman dun. Saan? Oh, may daan pala dito. Oops. Oops, skiri, oops. Amo, yeah. Oh, yeah, ito pala, mabilis lang. Completing quest. In GreedFall, a quest can usually be completed in several different ways. Desarde has more than one string to his bow. Cunning, persuasion, intuition, corruption. Creating items from the crafts table will be same of the means available to you to reach your goals. To improve in these areas, spend points in the corresponding talents tree or wear equipment that offers bonuses. Okay. Ayun yung ginawa ko kanina eh. Threats and combat are also options when your enemies are not respective to pay your talents. Okay.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
Ask him about Constantine. Dito man tayo, about the cabin boy gone missing.
I'm looking for a Nort, a young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Nort, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Speak about the eventual victims.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Teerfredi.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man-trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't
Ganun
recognize
itsura yan.
you.
Bulag din yan.
Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after
Ano yung
visiting
itsura
this
nila, guys, oh?
establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a
Sweetie,
bell.
bakit ganoon?
I've
Parang
played
yung
with the
nanay
three
ni,
of
ano,
them.
ni Desarde. As about the cabin boy.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Ask what happened during the evening.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Pucha, ang dami. Ask for more information on the rich man.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck.
Grabe pala
It
tong
so
usap
happens
dito,
that
guys.
I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find
Ang
him?
dami palang
He
ano
has a
talaga
house in the
nito.
wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game.
Find
Do you
the
think we can
comfort
trust
of
him?
the kidnapper.
What would he gain from lying?
Find and
I have
confront
no
the
idea.
kidnappers.
But what would any wealthy merchant
Wait,
gain
wait,
from
wait,
holding
wait,
a
wait.
penniless
What's
child?
this?
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Ito, coins. Uy, kunin mo. Dali. Pera yun eh. Putik. Maunahan ka patuloy. Oh, kunin mo yun. Pera. Oh, di ba? Oh, dito tayo. Saan? Ay, putik, ang layo. Diretso, kanan, kaliwa.
Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous.
Tapos, kaliwa. Wala man. Saan ba ako? Tama ba ako? Ay, putik, ang layo pa pala. Malayo pa pala.
I
Awit.
believe I've seen you at the palace. One of the prince's relatives.
Ayun. Nakita ko na.
Might I help you,
Main
sir?
quest pa lang eh.
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Enter, please. Dito tayo. Dito. Ayun. Si Mother.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sardet. And to what
Lord
do I
de
owe the
Sardet.
honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
Wow,
He is not
kakaligo lang ni Papa.
But perhaps I could be of
Bango-bango.
help.
Pakis nga,
It concerns a delicate
Papa.
matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses,
I see.
Kakaligo lang ng
I'm
Papa
afraid that you
ko.
have been
Bango-bango
misled.
niya,
You
han.
seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He
Ito,
has simply
nandito,
returned home.
excuse me,
nag-side quest
but I'm
muna
not sure
ako.
I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son
Madali
back.
lang naman yung mga side quest. Kaya lang ang marami talaga, yung mga kwentuhan, talagang, kailangan talaga uusapin mo yung tao. Kasi doon pala magbabari yung, yung istorya nung laro. Kasi kailangan mo rin, yung parang may mga appeal ka na dapat patataasin. Parang ganun. Speak about the alteration alter action at the tavern. Okay.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
Putik, tinan mo, daming usap. Ask why the Knots would have taken their son.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship?
Kasi
Why would they have
yung
taken
ibang
him?
mga task,
It is
hindi
what
lalabas
they
pagka
do.
hindi mo sila kinausap.
Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
Learn
The
more
Nauts
about
wouldn't be the
Knots
first to
contracts.
recruit through dubious means.
Saan naman tayo pupunta? Learn about the Knots contracts. Let me see. Okay. Kay Captain Basco. Balik tayo kay Kapitan. El Capitan Basco. Let's go. Teka. Parang meron ako dito. dito eh. Dito eh. Dito eh. Ah, wala pala. Nakuha ko na pala yun. Dito o dito eh. Utang na. Nahilo na. Yan, dito tayo. Balik tayo sa port. Tabi! Okay, parang harang. Dadaan ako. Parang harang kayo dyan eh. Saan ba yun? Ah, dito. Dito ba? Dito ba? Oh, dito ga. Dito ga. Uy. Meron naman oh. Ayun oh. Okay. Dito ga.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Ay putik. Ba't ganun? Prepare the drink. Wala na. Putik. Ayun oh, sabi ko sa inyo guys. Merong mga may mga quest na pag ayun oh, sayang. Ayun oh, X na, hindi mo na siya mabalkan. Science naman. I think kailangan niya kung ipa-platinum din. Sige, anyways, punta muna tayo dito kay El Capitan.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our schedule.
Oh, dalhin mo pre. Kaya lang
everything
naka-live
I'm
pa
still
ako eh.
without news of my cabin boy.
Sige.
But we will have to do without.
Ay nako. Wait lang guys ha, wait lang. Meron lang ng istorbo. Okay, go. Inquire on Madame Fontaine.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords.
Yun, shoutout Aldaba Studio Vlogs.
cede
Welcome back
more
sa
than
stream
that.
natin.
In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before
Back
they're
again.
born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of
Jakatapos lang
Jonas's
mag-edit.
contract. I didn't even know he was
Jakatapos lang
originally from
mag-edit ba?
Serene.
Mag-edit
But
ng
what I
video
can
ba?
tell you is the young man
Nice.
hasn't seen his parents since he was a small
May upload
child.
na naman si
And ever since, he's been
nag-edit ka
ignored.
ng pang-upload mo.
Our ships are his
Papa
home.
Aldaba
We
Studio Vlogs.
are his only family.
Learn more about notes, contracts, check na, ask about notes, Tirpradi. Natanong ko na yan kanina. So, no need. Leave na tayo dyan. Then,
Be back
punta
soon,
na tayo
Captain.
sa...
You see anyone else who might be able to help us?
Saan naman tayo pupunta?
Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge.
Ay,
He could
dito.
tell us a little more.
Dito tayo pupunta sa kanya. Kukininam. Ay, hawik. Saan nagpunta? Kainis lang to, no? Hindi naman pala nakainis. Ano lang? Wala siyang talon. Hindi siya marunong tumalon ba? Promise, wala siyang talon ba? Dodge lang, dodge.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so.
Mamaya ko nahanapin si
Will you be in
Constantine.
need of my help in
May
any way?
kapangyarihan naman yun si Constantine. Constantine yun eh. Walang mangyayari masama doon. Kampon yun eh. As about the contract between the Knots and the Fontaines.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know
Fontaine.
her. That rich family that lives near the docks.
Daming arte ng
She told
ano
me a
nito.
strange
Islang
story
nito.
about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it
At
before the birth of the child,
RE lang
and
muna
regretted
video,
it afterwards.
next time,
But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
Ang nalaro ko lang yatang mga zombie yung palang yung palang The Last of Us 1. Kasi yung pre ko na game nung binili ko to yung PS4pro eh.
That could be of use to us.
Saan naman tayo ulit? Where are we? Ayun, balik tayo sa bahay ni Lady Fontaine. Tayo sa bahay ni Lady Fontaine. Arte magsalita. Please, tabi. Go, move, bitch. Yan ang taray, suplado. Saan tayo? Saan? Ayun. Move. Uy, teka, ba't may susi dun? Susi ba yun? What's that? Notice of the attention of the servant. Okay.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Oh, wala na. Okay, Saan ba ako pupunta? Disappearance among the notes. Find a way to free Jonas. Oh, saan na ba? Nakuha ko na ba yun? Ayun na ba yun? Okay. Tapos, saan ako pupunta na? Compass. Putik, layo pala. Doon pala. Okay. Takbo. Buti na lang talaga hindi yung analog stick ang takbo dito. Mali. Saan na ako? Lampas. Dito pala, dito. Dead-end na yung napuntahan ko. Tapos dito. Uy, uy, uy. Ayan, ayan.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Wala man dito. Ayun o, hindi siya makatalon doon. Hindi siya marunong tumalon eh. Dapat ganun may arrow sa baba. Ibig sabihin sa baba. Robo mo naman kasi. Oo, nasa na dito? Ah, wala na pala dito. Putik na yan. Ano yun? Mali yung warehouse na napuntahan. Bobo eh. Oh, yan yun, di ba? Oh. Dito, putik na yan. Dito, sa kabila. Hindi din. Putik. Dito nga, sa baba nga, sa baba. Dito sa kabila. Puta, ragis na yan. Dito, okay tayo dito. Ah, ito. Ay, kalaban pala po.
And death to the ass!
Aroy! Aroy! Puta, hindi ko na makita.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Putik. Uy, kunin mo yan. Saan na tayo ngayon? Dito. Oh, di ba dito? Putik na yan. Naligaw na ako. Buti na lang din talaga may mapa dito, kundi wala. Tulad yan. Saan ba ako? Masala. Bobo dito. Walang sense of direction ng puta. Ano daw to? Destroy. Wala. Dito tayo. May pinto naman. Ba't ayaw gamitin yung pinto?
Who are you?
My name is Desarde. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes.
Yes,
You should still
home.
go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
I'll see you there. Oh, ha? Oh, saan tayo ngayon? Labas na tayo. Ito, yun. Meron pa ditong makukuha. Ooh, nice. Sana tayo, sana tayo. Sana tayo, labas na tayo. Ay putik, ito din pala yung kaninang pinuntahan ko. Kaya pala may baba, may daan pala dun sa baba. Buset. Oh, balik na tayo kay Kapitan. El Kapitan. Let's go to El Capitan. El Capitan, let's go. Uy, lumpas.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Oh yes. Notes reputation +3. Nice one, nice one.
Be back soon, Captain.
Be back soon, Captain. Nakita ko dito eh. Dito eh. So, ang gagawin na natin ngayon ay Point Guard merchandise. Tapusin na natin tong mga putaragis na aray. Paano gagawin ko doon? Ba't ganun? Talk to Coin Guard quarter. Bakit wala? Oh, wala siya dito. Bakit gayon? Ah, okay. Kaya pala siya wala. Dahil nandito pa siya. Oh, ang layo. Ba't ganun? Okay, magse-sale pa siya doon. So, hindi pa natin ito mapupuntahan talaga. So, puntahan na natin yung putik na yan. Mag-ano na tayo. Main quest na tayo. Main quest. Let's go. Parang tama nga yung sinabi ni ni Porcelain. Yung sinabi niya sa akin kanina na pag napuno yung bag, hindi na siya makakatakbo. Parang bumagal na yung takbo niya ngayon kumpara kanina. Siguro mabigat na yung niya. Mabigat na yung lalagyan niya ng gamit. Okay, let's go.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sardet, I have been told that you were named Legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene. and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere
Uy,
wishes
guys,
for success.
ano na pala?
You seem slightly
Lunch
hesitant.
time na pala. Kain na kayo
Please,
ng
tell me
lunch
what
nyo,
troubles
guys.
you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride.
Shout
This
out, Boy at
vulgar
John.
trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Ask about. Puta, ang dami na namang usap nito. Bridge
Would you be
Alliance.
so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Their relationship with the congregation.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet,
Ang
our
dami pala
newest
talagang
city,
chismisan
around
dito sa
15 years
game na
ago
to.
now.
Pero okay naman siya.
Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have
Kaya lang mukhang
reported
malayo
to
pa
me.
yata yung may
It
mga
is a
kalaban ng
luxurious
monster nito.
island, an enormous
Kasi
dead
nakita ko dun sa ano
volcano
niya, sa trailer niya
thrones in
guys,
its
parang may mga
center.
nakakalaban
The
siya mga
vegetation is extremely
elemental o
varied,
mga
and the
ano,
fauna
mga parang mga laman lupa.
We discovered animals that we had
Laman lupa,
never
puta.
ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with Ptolemy?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tirfredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Ptolemy has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
Okay, so leave.
I need to be going.
Okay, saan tayo
Goodbye,
pupunta?
Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Saan naman tayo? Notify the Teleme ambassador about your departure. Naman tayo. Compass. Ayun, malapit lang. Malapit lang siya. Magkatabi lang sila. Pucha, usap na naman to.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Ask about. Sana ayoko na. Saka na ako magtanong dyan.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Saan tayo? Oh ha, side quest na naman. Putik ang dami. Find the Carlatan Heretics unit. Discover discover where to find Constantine. Uy, ang layo. Let's go. Move. Puta ka. Uy, putang na. Uy, uy.
Come on and fight, you bunch of cowards!
Puta ka.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Leche kayo. Inulit nyo ako. Pangit yan. Huwag na yung sombrero na yan. Ito na lang, gold na lang. Kunin natin. Uy. Wala dyan. Saan yung isa? Yun. Dito.
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come. Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Ask about nasty side effects. Ask about for a demonstration. Stop pursuing the subject. Ask for a demonstration.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Colonel. Let's take a look at his...
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Oh, huh? Pick up. Pick up.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! you finally made up your mind?
Ask about the side effects. Show him the remedy he is selling. Stop pursuing.
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Puta ka. Sabi kasi dyan. Karang ka dyan eh. Saan tayo? Saan tayo? Hindi dyan. Yun.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Ask about his career as professor. Ask him about his obsession.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you're an imposter.
Pero parang
That doesn't surprise me coming from him.
Parang yung
I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that. But I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the malachor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled. But I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
Arrest him or leave the city? May mali ka kasi. Dapat kasi hindi ka nagbebenta ng mga peking gamot. Arrest
I'm sorry,
him.
but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You're under arrest.
How unjust.
Go inform the Alliance Ambassador. Let's go, let's go. Go directly back to Bridge Alliance Ambassador. Okay. Meron pala nun.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated.
Deliver the alchemist.
He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you hurry.
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tir-Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye,
Nice.
Lord de Sade.
Next. Heretic hunt. Find the smuggler. Bumagal na nga siyang tumakbo. Wait.
Welcome. It's such a pleasure. Have you seen anything?
Yan.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Ito muna tayo kay Kapitan. Kailangan natin makausap si El Capitan.
So, you still haven't found your cousin?
Wala pa,
As you
di
well
pa
know, we
nahanap.
cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
Ask about the heretics.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Keep from saying too much. Talk him openly about your mission. Huwag muna tayo
Nothing to
magsalita
bother
sa
yourself
kanya.
about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
And kailangan ko muna ulit magpalit ng damit. Sailor's coat. Diba? Galing.
I've seen a few escapes in my time, but I never...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Nord. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
No, I'm not. Use the key. Uy. Putik na yan.
Thank you, my lord.
Okay, oh, yan, oh.
And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Saan naman tayo? Dito. Uy, wait. Meron pa dun sa labas eh.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Teleme so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Ask about what?
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of St. Matthias. The one who returned to Teleme after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of St. Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white.
Thanks for staying, Boya.
And there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
Let them be on their way. Propose to speak to the Bridge Alliance as ambassador.
It doesn't sit well with me to send you to the flames. I freed your smuggler, and he'll certainly be in touch. He or another member of his band. Be careful, and safe travels.
Oh, thank you, my lord. You are a man of noble heart. May the Illuminated protect you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
Okay, let's go. Now where are we going?
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
So ito na lang yung kulang natin na side quest. Dahil ito, ay hindi ito pa. Inform that Teleme Ambassador pa pala. Meron pa pala tayong pupuntahan. Paano ba pumunta yung kanina doon? Yung mabilis. Hide completed quest. Putik na yun. Dito, bo.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Report the escape of the ask about what? Ask about.
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Tell the truth, tell lie. Tell the truth.
After I heard the case they made for themselves, I decided to let them escape.
What are you saying?
They convinced me that your accusations have nothing to do with heresy, and that their only crime was discovering historical truths denied by Ptolemy.
And you gave credence to the lies preferred by these blasphemers. Their historical truths are nothing but nonsense, fabricated to undermine the foundations of Ptolemy. The simple act to have proffered such horrors proves the fact that they are heretics. I fear that your youth and kind heart has blinded you, de Sardet. That is a shame. I was expecting more from a young legate who seemed sensitive to our magic.
Ay putik. Ptolemy reputation. Doon pala ano na lang ako. Nag-lie na lang ako doon, putik na yan.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
Ptolemy, dapat pala nag-lie na lang ako doon, ayop. Saan tayo ngayon? Side quest, wala na. Last na yung side quest na yan. Dahil ito ay sa kabilang isla na to. Malamang di pa to ngayon dyan maano. Dito tayo. Discover where to find Constantine. Tangang Constantine na pawala-wala. Compass. Ang layo pala ni Constantino. Move, move.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Ask about
I'm looking for
Constantine.
my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age, hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes, quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Oh, thank you, Alvin Lasso. Thank you for staying. Pay him 25 gold coins. Don't pay. Kaya
That's
nating
not a
ayusin
small
yan.
sum. I need to think about my options.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his son his allowance, it would seem.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse.
Repair the
We'll need to build
damage
some metal
caused by
dowels, but once
Constantine.
done, we can make it
Metal
work.
dowel. 4. 2 out of 4. So may kukunin lang na metal dowel. Kunin natin yan. Let's fix that. Okay, ina mo, bakit ka kunin mo yan? Ka naglabas ng espada. Ka makikipaglaban. Susi. putik. Uy. Uy, tago mo yan. Hindi ka naman makikipaglaban eh. Lockpicking level 1. Ay, oo nga pala. Hindi nga pala ako makakapag-lockpick dahil iba, palit tayo ng damit. Ay po, kingin mo. And ay putik, galing pala ako dito. Ay walang daan. Dito.
Locked.
Hindi po yung susi. Uy, what's this? Abandoned letter, okay. Para saan? Wala na kanya dito.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Repaired na, diba?
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya.
Let's go.
Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint? Anything else?
No, leave.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Saan tayo? Saan tayo? Dito. Dito ga. Oh, dito ga. Saan ba ga? Dito. Dito daw tayo, dito. Daming loot. Mga balut. Ayun.
If you had any idea who I am, open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
blocked.
It's blocked.
It's not possible just now.
Putik na yan. Enemy detection. When the player is in stealth mode near enemies, a detection indicator will appear above their heads. If your presence is detected, the indicator will fill up until you perceive as dangerous, which will trigger combat. The indicator has two states: suspicious in yellow and detected in red. Okay. Okay. Uy, flying.
It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man.
Uy, yan yan.
He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better with to my help and death to the others.
Puta ka. Okay.
Move away. It's about to get dicey.
Ba't na ilaw-ilaw yung kasama ko? Sa taas.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign,
dumi din ng damit niya.
riches to expedite, and...
Hindi sila marunong mag-globe, Ang dudumi ng damit nila.
Constantine, it's me! My dear cousin! My lucky star!
Lahat sila maduming damit.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Okay.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness.
Yan yung
The
suotin
brave
mo,
Kurt
Your
and
Highness.
your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
naman dyan. Sa kabila. Baka may malulot. Wala na, yun lang. Tara. Uy, meron pala dito. Ito. Let's go. Punta na ulit tayo kay El Capitan. Let's go to El Capitan. Teka, saan nga ba si El Capitan? Ay, doon pala. Putik. Mali.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you
Yan.
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir Freddy. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness.
Uy, shout out anything Bahit. Shout out Bon.
Can we weigh anchor?
Thank you for dropping to my
We should be able to
stream.
set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Salamat, Papa. Ask permission to come aboard. Ask about what? Natanong ko na yan. Ito na tayo. Ask permission to come aboard.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
You're quite right. I do have a thing or two to put in order.
Then be quick with it. There isn't much time left before the tide rolls out.
Tignan natin baka may naiwan tayo.
Be back soon, Captain.
Wala na. Let's go.
Sir?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order.
Leave serene.
No, my house
Let's
is in
go.
order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect.
Sail na tayo, guys. Sail.
I am so eager to discover
Get
Tir
board,
Freddy.
Captain Vasco's boat.
My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures.
Full of gigantic what?
That's right.
Gigantic creatures?
Even brought one back in one of their
What
ships.
kind of creatures are you
Doubt
talking
that.
about?
The Naughts are strange, but they're not idiots.
Nakita ko yung ano bro, yung tawag nito, yung trailer nito. Kasi ito ay ni-release ng Spider nung 2019. Tapos naging free to sa PS Plus last year lang. Hindi ko lang alam kung anong month. Pero bago lang to na free. Nakita ko sa trailer ang kalaban niya. Ayan, speaking, putik na. Putik. Speaking, yung parang mga ganyan ang nakita kong kalaban eh. Pero kanina may nakakalaban din ako mga tao. parang mga kalaban nilang faction, parang gano'n. Putik. Tinatanong mo palang lumabas na yung putang na kalaban. So this is the first time na na-meet ko tong kalaban na to. Ay hindi pala, patay na siya, natusok. Ay hindi, buhay pala, buhay. Putik. Lolo. Paano to? Putan, laki. Lolo. So, kailangan axe muna para matanggal yung shield niya. Noy! Ay, puta ka. Puta ka. Aroy! Aroy ko! Ang ina mo. Lolo. So, wala na siyang shield. Espada na tayo. Tagal mabawasan, ba't ganun? Aroy! Puta na! Katanga na, may baril pala ako. Ayop. Naalala ko, may baril nga pala ako. Baril ako, men. Tumayo ka sa akin. Ang unti yung bawas. Wala, nagalit. Wala, nagalit. Putak ka. Aray ko! Namamatong puta. Ay, lumayo ka. Layo. Kung ina mo. May baril ako, bakit? Ano? Wala, nagalit. Lala! Aray ko, puta, pula agad, hayop. Natalo ng gago. Ala. Bakit may baril ako, gago ka ba? Ano? Konti na lang. Ay, puta ka! Ulul! Tingnan mo. Nakakangawit po. Lalo na siguro kung ko nito, extreme mode.
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine.
Putik na yan. Nag-normal mode nga lang ako eh.
Your lessons have proven effective.
Pangalay. Parang ang bagal nung movement niya na kailangan mo i-dodge para bumilis yung galaw mo. Dodge ka ng dodge.
I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Oh, tapos na. Patay siya, oh. Para siyang ano. Ay, nakakapasok sa loob. Para siyang mga ugat-ugat. Para siyang laman lupa. Para siyang kamoteng naging ano, naging halimaw. Ugat na naging halimaw. Ew. Oo, parang puno. Saan ba ako? Saan ba ako pupunta? Oh, dito, di ba? Ba't dito pala? Ah, kailangan pala puntahan si El Capitan. Ayun.
Gentlemen.
Nice one. Oh, grabe.
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He is a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Yeah, set sail.
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready for to wear. Lively now, lively! Catch me a wind!
Oh, ang ganda ng ano. New Serene. The active quest in your quest now appears in the color yellow. You can change objectives from quest now map or okay. Some special pieces of equipment award bonus talent points. That is useful if you want to use your talents. Okay. XP gain. Ooh, wow. Parang ano nga no, parang tawag nito, parang Assassin's Creed yung datingan. Mga pirata, mga ano, mga parang 17th century. Ito ay release nung 2019, GreedFall, and naging free siya sa PS Plus. Hindi ko lang alam kung anong month, kung November or December or October. Hey Freddy, ahoy! Ay putik! GreedFall. Doon pa lang pinakita yan. Nilaro ko na ng 3 oras para lang ano yung intro. Doon lang pinakita yung title ng game. Wait.
Charming welcoming.
3 oras ko na siya nilalaro.
I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Nauts. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health.
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be
Ay,
preoccupied
ganun.
with
Sa
some
ibang
sort
game,
of
parang mga crow din. Parang mga ibon, may tuka.
Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage.
Grabe, 3 oras ko na siyang nilaro. Noon pa lang pinakita yung mismong title nung game dun sa parang intro.
Alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Mukhang mukhang mahaba-haba din tong game na to. Kasi chinek ko tong sa Google tong GreedFall, parang 30 hours of gameplay.
How so?
Pagka kinuha pati yung side quest, umaabot pala ng 40. Depende rin kasi sa depende rin pala sa sa magiging mga decisions mo dun sa Marami kasing mga usap dito, pre. Marami siyang parang options ng mga actions na gagawin mo. Doon nagdedepende yung game kung ano yung mga actions na gagawin mo. Remove from the team. No, but i-remove. Add to the team. Add. O, diba? Confirm. So, 3 na ngayon ang team ko. Kaya, tingnan. Kung susunod kayo sa akin. Yan. Dami ko ng team. Hindi ko nga sure kung multiple ending kasi ayoko. Parang alam ko si Porcelain, nilalaro din to ni Porcelain. Hindi ko lang alam kung multiple ending. Pero yun nga marami siyang options. Marami siyang options na na pagka nilalaro mo siya, may mga pamimilian ka na may mga pamimilian ka na actions na gagawin mo. Pero parang nakita ko kasi katulad nga nung sinabi ni ni JF. Tinatanong kasi sa akin ni JF to nung nakaraan kung open world to o hindi. Sabi ko, nakalagay kasi doon sa nakita ko parang semi-open world. Pero may mga side quest na pag nalampasan mo na, hindi mo na siya pwedeng balikan. So parang lumalabas naman din, parang linear yung sabi ni JF. Linear yung story nung game. So So guys, pasensya na kayo at hanggang dito na lang muna tayo guys. So nilaro ko na siya ng 3 oras and yun, doon pa lang lumabas yung parang title niya, parang nag-intro pa lang yung game. Sobrang haba pala nito. So siguro by next stream ko nito is pursue na lang ako or magko-concentrate na lang ako dun sa main quest. So yung siguro yung mga side quest baka off stream ko na lang siya lalaruin. At parang medyo mahaba nga siya, putik. Yan, so bago ako mag-end stream, shoutout muna tayo. Shoutout kay Alvin Lasso, JFTV, syempre kay Idol JC Caloy, Porcelain, si Boyet John, Lone Wolf Games and Hobbies, si Daddy OBTV, pumasyal din. Sino pa ba? Yan, shoutout din sa'yo, bro, Bon. Sino pa ba? Yan. So, yun lang. Ewan ko, hindi ko na makita iba eh. Yan. Bon ba? Ayan o. Anything Bahit. Boyet John. Daddy OBTV. JFTV. Aldaba Studio Vlogs. Yan. Nandito rin pala siya kanina. And Porcelain. Idol JC. Alvin Lasso. Yan. And shoutout na rin sa lahat ng fellow streamers natin dyan. Lahat ng mga solid ninja. Yan. Shoutout sa inyo guys. Ayan, so till next stream guys. So dito ko na muna ika-cut yung gameplay natin. Medyo naka 3 oras na ako at yun nga hindi pa ako nakapag-lunch. Sana nakapag-lunch na kayo. Alauna na. Medyo talagang nalibang ako dun sa paglalaro. Sabi nga ni Porcelain, pag once na maumpisa mo yan, magagandahan ka dyan pre. Which is talagang parang sulit na sulit nga din siguro tong game na. Sulit na sulit tong game na to kasi Nag-start ako kanina and then parang hindi ko na siya mabitawan. Parang gusto ko na, parang ang dami ko nang gustong malaman dito sa laro na to. So, yun nga, kanina, ang alam ko talaga ang mga nakakalaban dito is mga mga parang mga monsters, and then yun pala meron ding mga kalaban na tao na siguro iba, kumbaga may mga faction kasi dito na sasamahan ka or pipiliin ka. So, yun siguro yung naglalaban. And then, yun nga, na nakakuha na may napatay tayo, siguro, one of the, main boss. Pero siguro, hindi naman siya ganun kahirap pinatay. So, hindi ko naman siya ganun kahirap tinalo kasi naka-normal mode lang naman ako. Chill gaming lang naman ako, guys, ngayon. Pang-substitute ko sa, sa competition natin sa Gran Turismo. Yan, pagka wala akong competition, laro muna tayo ng GreedFall. Pero tomorrow, hindi ko lang sure kung makakapag-live ako, guys, tomorrow kasi meron akong competition ng Gran Turismo tomorrow. Not sure kung maila-live ko kasi medyo pagka nasa competition ako, kino-concentrate ko na lang yung internet ko doon sa connection ko sa game. So kasi pag inila-live ko, parang minsan naaagawan kasi siya ng naagawan siya na ng network. So baka mamaya nagla-live stream ako ng competition, baka mamaya maagawan ng net, maputol yung game, sayang naman yung ating paglalaro ng doon sa competition. Maganda nga yung laro, parang yung The Order din. Okay. Yung The Order parang ganun din parang yung The Order, nakita ko yung style niya, parang mga ganun din, mga 17th, 16th century yung mga datingan. So, yun guys. Maraming salamat sa pagstay. Maraming salamat sa pag-visit. And as always, keep safe, stay healthy, and ano pa ba? So, bago ang lahat, bigyan ko muna kayo ng isang matinding kiss ni Fafa, MrYoso. Yan pa. Yan, bye guys, bye. Ciao. Thank you sa lahat na thank you sa lahat ng tumambay. Thank you sa lahat ng nagstay. Maraming salamat, and yun, see you again siguro by next week ulit. Every Saturday lang siguro ako makapag-stream. So stream ko tong GreedFall next week. Okay guys, thank you very much. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Ciao.